Hi there. I have something I want to share with you. There have been some rumors about a feature on LinkedIn that's going away, and I was in a LinkedIn group earlier today. I think it's called Digital Marketing, and it's a LinkedIn group that I'm a member of. And let me get this out of here. Hang on. There. Hi. I'm getting ready to screen share, could you tell? And, somebody that's in that group said, "Just wanted you all to know that carousels are going away and in December," which, is tomorrow. So I just wanted to clear something up. I was able to share with him, and he said, "Oh, good to know." So I thought, "You know what? Let me share it with you too." And I just want you to know that historically, and if somebody comes on and everything's okay, just if you could let me know in the comments, then I will see those comments here that carousels, as you and I know them, can mean those carousels that maybe we've seen on Instagram. There's something you can swipe through. It has several pages, and you either swipe through it or you click through it. It's like a post on LinkedIn that has several pages. And those have historically been called carousels. And so when LinkedIn introduced them to posts, it's a post option. Oh, I don't even know, a couple years ago now. I love them, number one, but we just started calling them carousels because it looks like something that has several pages and you can toggle through. They technically aren't in LinkedIn's vernacular. They are not carousels. And so a couple months ago, when they said, we're getting rid of, or maybe a month ago, we're getting rid of carousels in December, I think, everybody said, why would they do that? Carousels are great. And then we remembered that LinkedIn also started to try to beta launch and test a feature that was called carousels, technically called carousels, not too many months ago. And those carousels, the only thing that LinkedIn technically calls carousels are what I would say are similar to, if you know Instagram stories, it could be similar to an Instagram stories format, except it would be in the news feed. And anybody could upload it and it would be right in their news feed, not up at the top like stories on Instagram. And you could have a combination of videos and maybe just you talking or pre-recorded video or a graphic or a still shot. It could just be a series of different things, different slides, if you will, that people would then toggle through. And those would be again, in the news feed. They're not the stories like on Instagram, but those technically, so many of us have known those as carousels. And that's what LinkedIn was in a very limited way testing. And so those were carousels. About as quickly as they started testing them, then announced, we're getting rid of carousels. And all of a sudden, everybody that had been calling this other product, and I'm going to show you an example here in a minute, carousels, everybody thought, why are they getting rid of those? Those are great as post options. So I just wanted to clear something up. Carousels that you and I might have been calling carousels for a long time are, as far as I know, still going to be there unless they decide to get rid of them too. I hope not. But let me show you what those are technically. I have never seen the others, the ones that they are technically calling carousels, that combination of stills, videos, photos, anything else. Very few people saw those. Again, they tested them, must not have gone well, and so they're canceling them. They're getting rid of them, which to me is very interesting because almost no one had them. But here is what a carousel looks like. If I go to, and I need to find LinkedIn here. I can see the screen share, but I need to be able to, okay. I am now, if I go to my profile, and you can get to your profile one of two ways. You can either click on your photo there or your photo here. And if I click on my photo up here up at the top, and if I bring my cursor down, you can see posts and activity. Go to posts and activity. And then what I want to see is that, um, kind of meta, there I am. Go to more and look for documents because what you and I may have been calling carousels are really documents, which are not going away. And again, if you know something I don't know about this, then please tell me. But for example, here are all of these are called document posts, and they are not carousels. Again, many of us have called them carousels, but let me click into one, for example, like this. This is, and let me pull this in a little bit closer. This is, as you can see, when you hover over it, you're able to title it, and when you hover over it, you can anybody can. This is what would happen if you came to this. How do you? Its title is up here, and I designed this as a graphic. You can tell there are 14 pages, but then and anybody can make it bigger. Obviously, this is pretty tiny, and so you can make it bigger. But you'll see here a little arrow, and all of a sudden, if somebody wanted to toggle through this, again, what we've been calling carousels, LinkedIn didn't call them carousels. Many of us did, and you can toggle through and see, in essence, a mini presentation. You're just really toggling through a bunch of graphics. And I love these because they can be very graphic. They can share your expertise with other people. And I just think they're a great tool. I go into how to create these in my LinkedIn course for lawyers if you're ever interested. But you're seeing enough now that you'll get an idea. Again, my goal here really is just, and you can see I'm always testing. I had some different sized ones. This is even different. Um, and here's another one. Again, scrolling through that, I'm just tapping through this with my cursor and my mouse. And these are great because they're telling LinkedIn, oh, you know what? There's something interesting here. LinkedIn, when they see people spend a lot of time and they deem that this is valuable information that is being shared. It's not just that they're spending a lot of time, but that it's valuable information. Then the algorithms may say, "Oh, that's very interesting. I'm going to share this with more of Nancy's followers because people are spending time on it and they're clicking through." And they like that because they want to see people stay on the platform. So this is technically a document post. This is not a carousel. And then just to show you where they get uploaded, if I go home and I go up to start a post, then it's not obvious. Hi, Daryl. It's not obvious right here where you would even do that. Media, maybe media, that would intuitively. But if you go to start a post and you look around here, it's not even obvious by these icons here. But the three dots are always your friend. Always work around and look at these three dots. All right, here is where we find it. You can do some other things when you get to the three dots. The add a document is the one that you're going to want. So when you have saved something as a PDF, which is what you need to do to make this document upload, it's not a carousel. When you make this document upload, then you would choose a file off of your hard drive, and then when it's finished uploading, and it says, for accessibility purposes, LinkedIn members who can view your post will be able to download your document as a PDF. So know that too, and you won't know who downloaded it. Then you would click done. And then what I would want you to do always is, and it will show as an attachment, and you can look at it and add some SEO information too. But always when you're uploading something, I would add a comment so that other people know what it is you're sharing. Might say, I just gave a presentation the other day about artificial intelligence and, the OpenAI diaries or whatever it might be, LinkedIn. And I just pulled out the 10 most important slides that I wanted to share with you. I would always make it abbreviated, never share your entire PowerPoint presentation because nobody wants to look at the entire PowerPoint presentation. And so then you would type and just tell people what it is you're uploading, help them connect the dots, and tell them why their valuable time should be spent taking a look at what you're uploading. It's your invitation to them to toggle through your presentation. And then you would post it right here. Or if you want to schedule it, you could schedule it right here. So that is technically what is a document upload. It looks like a carousel, but it's not. So as I shared with the person in the digital marketing group this morning, carousels, yes, carousels technically are going away, but they almost came out to no one. So it's not necessarily exciting news that carousels are going away. Hi, Elise, how are you? What are the best sorts of items to put in that documents section? Let me show your hello, it's good to see your face there. How do you decide to use that rather than putting that information in a newsletter or the featured section? I would say just because it's quick. Um, to get it into the featured section, it would have to have been posted first. So I would go ahead and post it as a document upload and then add it to your featured section. So once it's posted, go to the featured section or go to the three dots on that post and say you want to add it to your featured section. So I would combine it that way. A newsletter, it's kind of hard to get a carousel into a newsletter format or get a document like that into the newsletter section. You can add all kinds of other media, but then there's another click to get into your newsletter. So I would just go ahead and test this, add a couple of hashtags at the bottom to let people know what it is that's going on. And so I would just give it a test. And again, just, make it a little bit brief, so that people, I mean, I'd say anywhere between 10 and 20 slides. All right. So I hope that answered that question. Thanks for asking it. And I think that's the only question I had. So thanks. I'm glad you're here, and spending a little bit of time with this. If you have any questions, just let me know. And again, I go into a lot more detail about how to prepare these and all of that in my LinkedIn course, which actually I'm getting ready for week number 4 of my LinkedIn course for lawyers out of 6, fourth out of 6. I'll be releasing next week. So I'm getting ready I always want to update lessons. So I'm going to record an updated tech video on how to do this and that. But if you have any questions, just let me know. And, I'm like Elise says, I'm always willing to answer and happy to answer your questions. All right. Well, I have to take Nikki to the vet. So I need to scoot. But it was good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you so very much. Take care. Bye bye.